Hi, hold on one second. Okay. Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is today's May 26th, 2023. I don't have my calendar. So May 26th, Friday. I think it's the last Friday in May. I may not upload this video today, which is May 26th, Friday, 2023. I may upload it in a couple of days from now, so probably like Monday or Tuesday, but I guess we'll just see on how the video proceeds, right? Ooh, shit. I haven't been posting as much, right? The last time I posted was like about 8 days ago, give or take. Roughly about 8 days ago. Yeah, that was 8 days ago. Well, technically it's 8 days and 23 hours. So in about 9 days it would be, right? But semantics. So anyways, I haven't been posting as much. There's things that how do I say this? No, first of all, before I actually get into what I'm about to get into, I want to thank everyone who's been supporting my channel, watching my videos, and been getting the guidance that they needed, and like, you know, the clarity and confirmations and all that stuff. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. Keep it up, right? And you know, I'll do my part as well. Hold on. So aside from that, I haven't been posting as much because there are things that needed to be organized. That's the best way I can put it. So it's kind of like things were just, it's like somebody took a basket of just like a bunch of random shizzle, right? Just a bunch of crap. They had a basket, like a wicker basket. It's like a white wicker basket. That's how I'm seeing it, right? A white wicker basket. Somebody took a white wicker basket and just like dumped a bunch of stuff right in front of me. And I was just like, all right, so I'm just gonna sift through all of this and then, you know, go from there. And I did that. And it's actually the intentions were so collective. All right, let me just say this. So you may have felt like somebody was just dumping a bunch of stuff on you, or like the life was, or it could either be life or someone in particular, or like a group of people. It's like they were just dumping things on you. Like in a way, projection, right? A lot of it was to distract and confuse, and a lot of it was to kind of like, here, you deal with this. I don't want to deal with it, right? Whether or not it was yours to deal with in the first place, right? That wasn't really the point. That wasn't really why it was dumped on your lap in the first place. It was kind of like somebody, for example, if somebody was just like dumping things on you, it's like, I don't want to deal with this, you deal with it, right? It's kind of like that. But the whole point was to, like, you know, just confuse you and just like, you organize this, like, you deal with this, I don't want to do it, right? So after that, I don't know, I guess the intentions of that was to delay, but I found it actually very cathartic in a way. Once you just kind of like sift through the junk. Like, I've talked about this in my videos last year, where I had like a bunch of dreams where I was just like, there was like a huge cupboard, like a little, like, it was like a huge cupboard, and there was like, you know, it was like a bookshelf, but it was like a cupboard, and it was like packed with a bunch of crap and junk. And instead of just like kind of like going through it one by one to clear it out, I just kind of like tipped the whole thing and everything fell on the floor, and I was just like, this is trash, this can stay, this is trash. It was like that. And in a way, it was like actually very cathartic because it was like sifting through junk that no longer belonged. So it was like somebody was just like, oh, here, you're not doing anything right, so here, and then just like dumped a bunch of crap on my lap. And I was like, all right, well, let me just, it's interesting because the intentions were to confuse, distract, delay. But if you're somebody who loves to organize and throw things out, it's actually very cathartic, because if you love to throw things out, you'll find an excuse to throw things out, right? It's like, oh, I don't like this anymore, I'm gonna throw it out, right? Instead of like, should I keep this? Should I not? I could probably fix this. I can probably use this, right? I feel like that was really the intentions. Like, should I keep this? Should I hold on to this? I can probably fix this. I can do something with it. This still has value, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like keeping you in that hoarder mindset. Now, it could actually be with like objects. Like, oh, well, I have this lamp, but it's broken. All you have to do is just fix it up, and right? It could be like that, or it could be like, well, this person from my past still has potential, right? It's like that too. But if you're someone like me and it's just like, oh, this lamp is broken, I'll just get another one, not a problem, right? And it's also very cathartic because you're just clearing shit out. So that's that. So in conclusion of that, the intention was to distract, delay, confuse. But if you're someone who is like me, or I mean, you don't even have to be like me, but if you're just someone who finds catharsis and throwing things out, clearing your space, organizing, right? Organizing. If you're someone who finds catharsis in organizing things, then this is actually very entertaining for you. It was very entertaining. So that's that. Wow, 7 minutes. So I went off on a tangent for like 7 minutes, but that's pretty much that. So there are reasons why I go through like gaps, and my posting is because most likely I'm organizing. That's all I can say. So let's pull some cards, right? But aside from that, I hope everyone's having a great May. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. I know it's super early in the morning, and the day has just begun. If I post this on Monday, I hope everyone had a great weekend. Live long and prosper. I just heard that in my head. So it's like everyone's just having, the collective. I can't say for the strangers, but the collective. You guys are just like living your life and being abundant, prosperous. I've also been having some interesting dreams. I mean, when are they not interesting, right? But I haven't been sharing the dreams lately, but the one that I had most recently is really, it's like yelling in my head. So I'm just debating on whether or not to talk about that. So if it comes up, I mean, I guess I could just... Alright, this is what I will say though. Aside from the collective, somebody's doing magic. Aside from the collective, somebody's doing magic to distract you from your foundation. That's what's going on right now, right? The magic is to have you more focused on pleasure, right? It's to have you more focused on pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with, because you're human. You have a human body that you have to like tend to, like, so you're gonna have human needs, like you're gonna be tired, hungry, using the bathroom, desires, right? There's an energy, there's somebody, and actually this is going to tie into the dream, so I guess I will talk about that dream as well. Healing brings in love and happiness. So, collective, this is right. I already fucking know this is gonna be a long ass video. This is another reason why I don't be posting as much, because they're just exhausting. All right, so I was literally just talking about how you, collective, organizing, somebody dumped a bunch of stuff on you, right? Hoping that it would distract you and delay you. A lot of that had to do with like you out of nowhere having all of these desires and all of these wants and all of these, like, whether or not you're single, whether or not you're in a relationship, it's like out of nowhere you're just like confused, you're conflicted, you're unhappy, you're having unmet desires, blah 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 blah, right? That's all of that was projection, all of that. And the reason why is because you healing is bringing in love and happiness. However, somebody on the playing field, on the outskirts of your energy, this is somebody on the outskirts of your energy dumped, it's like they just brought a basket, just dumped a bunch of stuff onto the outskirts of your energy, and then hoping that it would distract you, that you would be more focused on what they dumped instead of what happened was you was just like, oh, there's like a mess right here, so let me just clear it out, right? What happened, how like when you clean your room when you were a kid, and like your room was a mess, and then instead of like cleaning the room, you get distracted by like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while, or oh wow, I haven't seen this shirt, or like, oh wow, look at these cool sunglasses, and you just get caught up in like all the things that you find in your bedroom instead of actually cleaning up the bedroom. It was exactly like that. Whoever dumped this wicker basket of just like a bunch of crap and junk on you, they were hoping that you would get caught up in like the individual things that were dumped out instead of actually just that's just what they wanted. They just wanted you to get caught up so you would be more focused on like, oh, this person still has potential, or wow, this feeling, or oh, this thought, or it was just a wicker basket of junk, things that no longer have relevance to your life because you're too busy healing and you're actually bringing happiness into your life, right? So what you did, you just organized that like, oh, okay, so this is crap, this is junk, this is crap, this is junk, right? That was unexpected on their end. They did not expect that. They thought that you were going to be distracted and focus on the individual things instead of just like, this is all trash, let me just clear this up. Somebody dumped some trash in front of my yard, right? Instead of like, what is this, what is this, what is that? You're just like, oh, this is just trash, please don't ignore me. Yeah, they're trying to keep you, whatever crap that they dumped, a lot of it was so you can focus on the individual things, so that way you can give them attention, you can look at them, because your sister. So a lot of you, your sister, if you have a sister, they're feeling very ignored by you. They don't want you to ignore them. But anyways, I feel like that's another energy. There's two energies here. So again, this does bring into the dream, but I will talk about the dream. Whoever dumped this wicker basket, I feel like the wicker basket is so significant. Whoever dumped this pile of stuff in your front yard and the outskirts of your energy, like on your lap, hoping that you would get distracted by the individual things that was inside of this basket. They put something of theirs in that pile of junk, like either a memory, a part of them, a feeling. They put something of theirs in that basket, hoping that you would stumble upon that particular thing, or that feeling, or that thought, or that memory, hoping that you would focus on that, and then you would reach out to them, like, oh, well, what, right? Because this person, they don't want to be ignored, so they were trying to be very sneaky with it, like I'm just gonna I'm just gonna throw all this trash in your yard, right? And then while you're looking at all this trash, you're like, oh wow, I haven't seen this birthday card, or like, oh wow, there's this letter from so and so, and then you start reading it, and then you start reminiscing, and then you start right? It's like that. But instead, what you did was like, oh, there's this trash. Let me just one sweep and then throw it in the trash can, right? You didn't even stop to look at it. You didn't even stop to like I don't know. You just it wasn't what they expected. They really thought that it was like a Trojan horse kind of thing. Like I'm gonna throw all this trash in their front yard and secretly put like some photos of us or like a letter that I wrote them or like give them like a piece of jewelry that we shared or whatever. I don't know what it was, but hoping that you would stumble upon it, like sifting through all the junk, and then you would get caught up and like you would reach out to them, right? It's very it was clever, but you where you are in your life collective, you're just like I don't have time to sift through all this. This is not mine. This is all junk. So I'm just gonna sweep it all up, put it in the bag, and throw it in the trash can, and then like the dumpster can or the garbage man can just take it away, and then that's that. And then you just go like that, and then you just go back in your house. It was literally like that, right? Which is no qualms to you because cleaning up is very cathartic, right? So it was the opposite reaction of what they thought was going to happen. Now, the dream. The dream I had, it was actually a very, very long dream, so I'm just going to like shorten it. I'm going to shorten this even shorter than what I was going to shorten it. There is... Alright, so in the dream, I was in a house. The house felt very familiar, but it wasn't my house. This house was made of wood. It was a spacious house. It was built nice, but it wasn't my home. It was somebody else's home. The floors were made of wood, like a dark brown wood. And in the dream, I had woken up from a nap. It's like I went to sleep in here, and then I woke up in that dream, right? And I decided to go downstairs, blah, 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 whatever. I heard a phone ringing, a cell phone ringing. And I was listening, trying to figure out where the phone was ringing from. And I heard it coming from the floorboards. And turns out it was like a cell phone ringing under the floorboards, right? So I put my ear to the floor, and I could hear a cell phone ringing. And those houses with like the wooden floors, and like there's like cracks in the floor. So I was able to peek through the floor, and I could see a cell phone. The cell phone was ringing, and there was a man. He was looking at the cell phone, like he was just watching it ring, like he didn't want to answer the phone. But I could see his eye. It was like a hazel greenish eye, and it was blinking. I don't know if he was looking at me, but I can see it very clearly. It must have been because of the light from the cell phone. But the icon caller, I could see the phone. Wow, there's like noise in my background, so sorry about that. He was just looking at the phone like he didn't want to answer it, and for some I knew it was a woman calling him. It was a woman calling him, right? But meanwhile, this man was underneath my floorboards, like watching me or trying to like monitor me or something. Hold on. So I managed to just like get out the house, whatever, blah blah blah. Hold on. So and where was I? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I managed to get out the house, blah, blah, blah. And I went one direction. Like, so you go out the house, whatever. I went one direction, and then, like, I stopped, and I looked behind me, and I see the man running out the house. But he's running out the other direction. And he had a dog with him. A husky, I believe it was. So he had a husky with him, and he was running in the opposite direction. It's interesting because when I saw him running away, I wasn't like, I don't know, like I wasn't threatened or anything. I was just like, oh, this is what's happening, right? It was kind of like that. And I knew that, so he's watching me. Meanwhile, like so I don't know if he's in a relationship or not, right? Um, so collective, if this like resonates with you, like you'll know. But in the dream, there was I guess the stalker. He was like stalking me, but meanwhile there was like a woman calling him, and it's like he was getting frustrated because the woman was interrupting him while he was trying to stalk me in the dream. And it's like once I left the house, he had no reason to be there because I obviously I left, and it's like he had no reason to be there, and then he was getting frustrated because he felt like he had to answer to her. I don't know if they were, my phone just lit up, in a relationship or not, or if like I just got like really really dizzy. It's like she is bothering him while he's trying to stalk me. That was the dream. But I didn't feel like, I don't know. I all I could think of was like, oh, so this is what's happening. That's really it. Oh, so this is what's happening. Oh, right. So hold on. So, anyways, the main things about the stalker in the dream, I remember he had like a hazel greenish eye color. He's white, kind of tall. Um, he had a. Hold on. All right. I'm back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was describing the stalker in the dream. Um, what else? He was wearing like a. It was like a sweater, but it was like one of those like weird fabric sweaters. They were really popular years ago. They called them like drug rugs. It's like, I don't know, it's like really scratchy fabric. It's like the worst kind of sweaters, but it was like black and white. So, anyways, that's that. 2222s. So I've just been going off on a tangent on like, I guess the morning message and then the dream, right? So basically, the stalker is the one that's trying to put a bunch of stuff in your lap, in your yard, in your way, trying to hope that you get caught up in the crap and the junk that was tossed or dumped on you. Like, oh, well, maybe if I dump all of this stuff, then they will, you know, pay attention to it. And then, they'll, you know what I mean, right? So, hold on. The amount of distractions is interesting. All right, let's get some cards out. Oh, yeah, one of the cards that came out was your sister, right? So, light about a relationship. So, if you have a sister, collective, there's a sister, who has been trying to pull strings, or they were pulling strings for a long time and they want to keep that going, right? So now, to be a little bit more specific, your stalker is stalking you and they're getting annoyed. So it's like your stalker is annoying you, and then your stalker is getting annoyed because your sister is trying to like hound them for information about you, and it's like they want to stalk. I don't mean to laugh, especially because like I was the one in the dream, so I shouldn't be laughing about this, but it's amusing to me because it's like in the dream it was like my stalker is annoying me, and then my stalker is getting annoyed because the woman won't let him stalk me in peace. It's like that. That's the best way I can put it. It's when I say it like that, it sounds like a comedy, right? It's very comedic to me. But it's like, so for some of you, your sister could be trying to interrupt a stalker trying to stalk you, and they're getting mad because they're getting interrupted because they can't stalk you in peace, right? And then you're getting annoyed because you're getting like nobody wants to be stalked. Like that shit's annoying, right? So it's just that's why in the dream I was just like, oh, so this is what's going on, right? It wasn't really more so like scary. It was just kind of like I don't know. It was just I don't know how to else put it. It was just like, oh, this is what's happening, right? So I don't know. That's the best way I can put it. Your friend is a karmic. So this could actually be like a blood sister or a sister that you're like, you know, like, oh yeah, we're just so close, we're like sister, you know. Alright, so we got a couple cards out. Now we're pulling cards, right? After like, this is gonna be a long ass video, sorry. So we have your friend is a karmic. We have the 5th house, Leo. Mentally unstable and then attacking your throat chakra. So whoever this person is, this could actually be like a sister, or you had ties or bonds that were like sisterhood, you know, like sisterhood of the traveling pants, or like sorority sisters, or like we're just best friends, whatever that was. It was like it emulated the bond of sisterhood. However, that person was very karmic, and it really had to do with like your also the other card that came out was lied about a relationship. So whoever this friend of yours was, there's a couple things going on. There's a karmic masculine, the stalker, right, the original stalker, and then the karmic feminine, the one who's like essentially stalking your stalker, right? When you look at it like that, it's actually very funny, right? It's comedic, right? It actually takes out the fear of it. It's just like when you look at the reality of things, it's actually very interesting. So that friend, she's stalking your stalker, and she's getting annoyed because he just wants to stalk you in peace. Hold on one second. So, anyways, that karmic friend of yours, the feminine, she lied about a relationship, whether it was about you being in a relationship with somebody else, or she lied about being in a relationship with this stalker of yours. Now, I feel like it's kind of both. I feel like this karmic friend, the feminine, she lied to you about being in a relationship with the masculine, the stalker, right? And he's mad. He's mad at her because I guess he's finding out that she must have told you. Hold on. Oh, a balloon popped. Because he must have found out that she must have told you that she and him were in a relationship. And that was kind of like what sabotaged the opportunity for you and that man. So it's kind of like, why would you tell her we're together when we're not? And now that was that, right? That was what she lied about. That, and I feel like she also said that you were in a relationship when you were not. So it's like if she lied and said that you were in a relationship with someone else, she told him that. Meanwhile, she's telling you that she and him were in a relationship. 2929. So it was basically just to separate the two of you. All right. Blah, 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 blah. What was I saying? Yeah. So, by the way, I'm just gonna like forewarn you if you haven't noticed already. I'm gonna have to like pause a lot for this video. The amount of distractions is ungodly in a sense. It's like, let me stop. But so yeah, your friend is a karmic, right? A lot of this has to do because I feel like there was a lot of jealousy from this feminine, especially in particular with this particular masculine. I don't know what it was, but like this particular masculine who is like stalking you. There's, I don't know, I don't know what is going on, but whenever it was this particular masculine that just like, it just made her insanely jealous. I don't know what it is. If you know why, then you know why, but it was this particular masculine who the potential between you and this masculine, it just drove her insane. Like the jealousy, it just got to her, right? So again, we have the fifth house here, Leo. So this could have been a fire sign masculine. You could be a fire sign. This feminine could be a fire sign, but it really has to do with like the amount of romance and I feel like passion between you and this masculine, and it just made her, it just pissed her off. That's the best way I can put it. She just did not like that. So she just did what she can to sabotage it. And now this masculine is stuck stalking you, and he's annoyed because he's trying to find out things about you, and he can't because he's being interrupted. So again, I just think that's really funny. Like your stalker is being stalked, right? Also, the fifth house is about affairs of the heart. So it's like I feel like a lot of it have to do with the fact that she knew that this masculine, I don't want to be cheesy about it, but it's like she knew his heart was yours and she couldn't get that, right? She couldn't get that. She couldn't get something that was never even hers or didn't belong to her, so it made her mad. So what can she do? She sabotages. She told him that you were in a relationship, and then, you know, she told you that he was in a relationship or that they both were in a relationship, and it's just like, oh, well, if you like him too. It's kind of like that thing, like, where, sorry, my phone just went up. You got two friends, right? Two sister friends, two best friends, two sisters. It's kind of like that girl code, like, you know, you like the same person, but out of the goodness of the friendship, the both of you don't make a move on the person, right? It's like the both of you like the same guy, but to keep your friendship intact, you guys are not going to go after that guy because it's not worth it to mess up with your friendship. However, you end up finding out that your friend went behind your back and told him that, oh, she's already in a relationship, but it's just a secret relationship. She doesn't want to go about it in person, blah, blah, blah. And so then the masculine, right? He's like, oh, well, if she's in a relationship, then why don't you and I try and go out on a date? And then your friend is like, oh, well, since, let's just give him the name, I don't know, Andrew, right? So it's like, well, since, you know, Andrew and I like each other and he's confessed his feelings to me, are you okay if Andrew and I go out, blah, 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 blah. And then your friend Emily is like, oh, well, you know, since, you know, I can't do anything about that, I'll respect that because he said that he liked you, right? Meanwhile, Andrew liked Emily the entire time, and your friend Jessica knew she just wanted Andrew for himself, right? So that was the betrayal. That was going on. Come to find out, Andrew found out that Emily, or what was it? Who did I say? Jessica? Jessica lied, you know, shit like that. And so now Andrew's like trying to like figure out what Emily's doing and if he has a chance with her. And then Jessica's like, why aren't you calling me, Andrew? Right? Like, why don't you call me? Why don't you hang out with me? I want to hang out with you. Andrew's like, I don't like you. I want to be with Emily. I've always loved Emily. So Jessica's finding out that she was like the, it's kind of like that. Like, if I can't be with your best friend, I guess I'll be with you to be close to your best friend, right? But anyways, so somebody in this group is mentally unstable. I feel like it's I want to say it's both of them, your stalker, but it's really more so your stalker's stalker. So, the masculine, hold on. So, I feel like it's more so the feminine that's mentally unstable, only because she's just really PO'd at the fact that she couldn't keep the man. She wanted the man. She couldn't keep the man, and she's finding out that like her attempts to keep the man is not working. Didn't work. Whatever. But the masculine, he's also kind of like going through some stuff right now because he's realizing that he was tricked. So this is kind of like that love story that it's like, you know, the masculine was tricked into the loving like the wrong person. Now he's trying to get like the love of his life back. Blah 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 blah. Right. And then we have attacking your throat chakra here. I feel like this ties into the 5th house with self-expression. Because when your throat chakra is unbalanced, you're shy, you become arrogant, anxious, you tend to lie, lack of creativity. But when it's balanced, you're able to communicate, you're able to express yourself, and you're able to tell the truth. So it's really about you telling your truth and expressing yourself. I feel like this isn't you having your throat chakra attacked. This karmic feminine. So you're a stalker, right? So let's see. The guy's name would be Andrew, right? Then Andrew is stalking you, and then Jessica is stalking Andrew, right? So Jessica, these are just names to help the collective understand what's going on better. Jessica is stalking Andrew. So she's a little mentally unstable at the moment. She's like she really wanted Andrew, but Andrew's like, his heart belongs to you, right? So now that Andrew's realizing, like, it's like Andrew woke up. He's like realizing, like, oh, I don't love her. I never loved her. I was just trying to do this to get close to Emily, right? Now that Emily is whatever, like, I want to get close to Emily. So Jessica is throwing magic towards Andrew, so he doesn't have the strength to tell Emily, like, hey, listen, I have been in love with you for like ever. Like, you are who I love. You are who I want to be with, right? She's trying to make sure that Andrew doesn't have the courage to express himself, express his feelings, and open up his passions, his desires, like, you have my heart kind of thing, right? So that's that. You're not really in this reading. You're just kind of like, oh, that's what's going on, right? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just don't feel like you're like, this is a mess. Like, this is the mess that's being dumped on your lap. I don't know who it is in particular. I feel like the masculine is hoping that you'll like notice something within whatever was dumped in your yard, your lap, whatever metaphor you want to use. I feel like this masculine is hoping that you'll look at it and see it for what it is, which is what he sees it for what it is. Like, he was like tricked into loving the wrong person. But I feel like the way it was dumped was supposed to be very, because like I said, this was done in a very clever way. Like, it was just like, here's a bunch of crap, a bunch of junk, hoping that you would like sift through it individually and then notice that one thing, which would be him, and then you'd be like, oh, well, maybe I should, like, you know, like, this still has value, or this still has potential, blah 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 blah. But you didn't do that. What you did was just kind of like scooped it all up and then just dumped it in the bin and was like, all right, garbage man, you can take this to go. So that's why it didn't, whatever this, it's just not working. It's not working. It's not working. I don't know what else to say. I feel like that's it. That's the story. I don't know what else to say. I think you know, okay. So you scooped it all up in one shot and just threw it away. I don't want to say that was like the wrong thing to do. And I'm not saying that you should sit there and sift through all of the emotions and feelings and thoughts and all that stuff either, because that's not something that you need to like spend time doing either. But I feel like there's something in this connection. This connection, it was like one of those things where it was sabotaged from the very beginning. Something that was supposed to, this is something that was supposed to happen. I talked about a reunion in one of my old videos, like a reunion that's going to happen again in the 12th house. I feel like the way this masculine went about trying to rekindle a connection was the wrong way, right? It wasn't the fact that you just picked it all up and threw it in the trash bin, was like, okay, garbage man, you can take it away. That wasn't the wrong thing for you to do, right? The thing that's wrong is the way this masculine went about trying to rekindle or trying to make something happen. Literally a tree branch just cracked outside. It was the way he went about this was wrong. So don't feel bad about you like, oh, I have all this junk, right? Don't feel bad about the fact that you didn't sift through it all individually. And just don't feel bad about that. And don't feel bad about the fact that you just kind of like picked everything up and threw it in the trash. You didn't do anything wrong. It's the way this masculine was trying to go about getting your attention. That's the wrong thing for him to do. It's wrong because he's trying to confuse you and conflict you and trying to make it seem like you should be the one to sift through all of that instead of coming towards you and being direct, right? This has to do with the 12th house. This could be a Pisces that's doing this. Or you could be a Pisces with the 12th house being here. But it also talks about keep your involvement hidden. And that's another thing that's wrong too, is because like this masculine wants you to notice him, but it's like he's doing things in a sneaky way. Right? It's like he threw a bunch of stuff in front of you and like he dumped all of this in your yard and then ran away, and it's like peeking behind the bushes to see if you'll notice the picture of the two of you, or like that little trinket, or like that necklace, or like that love letter. He's trying to see if you'll notice it. But instead what you did, you just scooped it all up and threw it out. Right? And that wasn't wrong of you to do. It was just wrong the way he went about this, or the way he's going about this. It's just wrong. You know, instead of hiding behind the shadows, you know, he's hiding behind the shadows trying to watch you, and instead of just being like, hey, blah, 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 right? I feel like this masculine, he wants to be like one with you, but he's too afraid to like outright tell you. And that's not your problem. That's not something that's another thing too. It's like he wants you to subliminally pick up on the messages that he wants to be with you. He loves you. He, whatever the case may be. And you may be picking up on that, or you may know that. Whether or not you know about that, the fact remains is that this person, the way he's going about it is not the right way. He's being sneaky about it. He's hiding it. He's not being forthright. He's not being honest. He's not being clear and direct, right? He's trying to do it in a very sneaky, hidden way. That's why it's not working. These are things, this is actively happening right now. These are actions that he's just taking the wrong actions about this whole entire situation. All right. It's just the way he's going about it is just not right. So, again, don't feel any type of way because it's not you. You're not doing anything wrong. It's like, because why would somebody, like, if somebody threw trash in front of my yard, like, I'm not gonna sit around and like, oh, this, you know, this can or this soda bottle, or like, no, it's trash. I'm gonna scoop it all up and throw it in the trash can, right? Versus, you know, somebody like ringing your doorbell with like a bouquet of flowers, like, oh, and then confessing their love to you, like, that's completely different, right? But, Hold on. So, let's see. So I hope you were able to follow along thus far. All right. I do want to say a word of caution, though. You're not doing anything wrong, collective. However, his failed attempts at trying to get your attention, it's causing him to, it's like getting to him. He's getting frustrated. All right, just because it's like what he's trying to convey is not coming across, and that's because it's the way he's doing it, right? So, and then on the other hand, you have this person. It's like who's like just making it. The reason why he's going about it in such a like sneaky, hidden way is because he doesn't know how to express it, because he has, so your stalker has a stalker, right? His stalker is making it very difficult for him to be very it's like his stalker is too busy doing magic on him, trying to bind his tongue so he can't like verbally say what he wants to say to you. So to him, this is the only way for him to like tell you that he has feelings or whatever it is. Like it's, but this is not the right way. He has to deal with his stalker, and he's not doing anything about his stalker. That's a problem too. He knows that his stalker is like, he has to do something like but he's just like letting it kind of be. But again, this is not your mess. This is part of the thing that was like, this is also like this is a mess that has nothing to do with you. Yes, this person has feelings for you, but at the end of the day, like, you don't have to feel a certain type of way just because somebody has feelings for you, right? Whether or not you have feelings for them, like this person's got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. They need to clear that up. So we have trust in your new path. Trust in your new path. All will work out for you. This is for you, collective. All right. This is what I'm saying. Like, don't feel bad because of the fact that you may have seen this and you just kind of like picked it all up and threw it in the trash and was like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep on going about my day, right? Don't feel bad. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on your path in life. Hold on. So, it seems as though until this person finds the courage, awakens that lion within him to deal with this situation, to deal with his stalker, he's always going to be hiding in the shadows, trying to throw like little hearts at you, hoping that you would like, oh, where did that heart come from? Oh, it came from that bush over there, and then you would follow it, right? But that's not going to happen, because it's just like, you're not going to be, it's like this person's trying to hope that you follow the breadcrumbs to them, but you're not doing that because you're just following your own path. So until this person, this masculine, finds the courage within him to deal with his situation, cleans up his side of things, cleans up his mess and all that stuff, he will forever be watching you from behind the bushes, hoping that the love that could have been, will be there. But you are smart enough to know that a breadcrumb love is not good enough. It's not. You deserve more than that. You deserve somebody who is willingly and openly able to express and confess their love to you to the entire world, instead of being afraid that their stalker, is going to be like, you can't love her, right? Or you can't love him. So this person, they can't openly tell you how they feel about you, but they also want you to be like, they also want you to know how they feel about you. So it's kind of like that. And they're getting frustrated because they can't, they're getting mad because, like I said in the beginning, like in the dream, my stalker was getting annoyed because he couldn't stalk me in peace, right? Which is, it's just very, it's very funny because it's just like, well, what is a collector supposed to do about that? If you're getting mad, deal with that, right? And if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But like, the collective deserves much more than a breadcrumb hidden love, right? I don't think this masculine is mad at you either. I didn't feel any anger in the dream. It was really more so like frustration and disappointment. The Fool reverse. So I feel like this masculine is starting to realize that going with this karmic feminine was like the wrong thing to do. Like, it just, instead of what he thought would be taking a leap of faith to be closer to you, it actually just risked whatever the two of you could have possibly had. It's like their relationship between you and this masculine, I don't know, it's like he risked it. He took a risk. I also feel like with the Fool in reverse, I feel like there's like a fear, but not from you, from this masculine. He's afraid of telling you how he feels. But again, that's not, you can't wake up a lion in somebody. You can't do that, right? There's something about, hold on. Six of Swords. So this is him. This is not you, and it's not even the feminine, the karmic feminine. I mean, you and this masculine know this karmic feminine, right? I said this in my videos like last summer. This man and you, there was like a common denominator. Hold on. Oh, there was another video. Another balloon just popped. There was between you and this masculine, there was like a common denominator, and it was this karmic feminine. She had to keep her relationship with him private. It was hidden. It was kept hidden private from you for a long time. But he's trying to keep. Oh my God. He's trying to, whatever he's doing, he's trying to do it in secret, trying to hide it, trying to stalk you in private, trying to hide you, trying to throw hearts at you, trying to breadcrumb you, but in secret, hoping that you would like pick up these subliminal messages. It's like he's trying to move on towards calmer waters with you, but in secret. Like, he's trying to do it like in the dark, behind the bushes, clever subliminal messages. He's trying to do it like in the night. Like, you see how they're moving on from like rough waters to calmer waters, but they're doing it in the night, in the moonlight. It's like this man is trying to like secretly move on with you. Like, he's trying to secretly have a new beginning with you, but in secret. It's like he knows that this is a risky move. It's not exactly a leap of faith the way he's doing it. It's just risky. The way he's trying to go about this is risky because, again, he's being stalked. right? He's being stalked while stalking you. And now if he's trying to do this in secret, imagine what his stalker is trying to do in secret on her end. And on top of that, if she's watching him, watching you, this is all very risky. This entire situation, it's just risky. I feel like this masculine, he's trying to have a foundation, a stable foundation with you, but in secret. But because he's also being stalked, it's not the fact that him stalking you is what's making it risky. It's the fact that he's doing it in secret because he's being stalked. So it's like, this is very risky for him to be doing. So the 9 of Wands upright. I don't know why this has to be such a secret, but this masculine, he's not going to let anything stop him from what he like truly desires, is what I'm hearing. It's like you are the one he truly desires, and he will stop at nothing to make sure that at least the fact that you know his feelings will be revealed. It's like, even if he's able to confess his feelings for you, even if it's just that, he's not going to let anything stop him from confessing his feelings towards you. It's like, as long as you know, like, that's what he's trying to do. As long as you know. Oh, what was that? What was that? We have the 2 of Cups, but it came out horizontal. Hold on. So the 2 of Cups, but it fell on the floor, like horizontal on the fence. There's a lot of things that's on the fence right now. Partnerships that are on the fence, relationships. It just seems as though there are a lot of things that are on the fence when it comes to partnerships at the moment. So I'm gonna have to clarify that 2 of Cups. I feel like Nine of Cups reverse. I don't know. I don't think this karmic feminine knows that this man is not happy around her or with her. But then he's also not happy because he can't be around you or with you. There's a lot of partnerships. I don't know if the karmic feminine is with, like, in a relationship with this karmic masculine. But there's just partnerships all over the place that's just on the line. I'm gonna cut this short soon. The Empress. The Empress. Trust in your new path. All will work out for you. You know what's going on. You know. You're literally, none of this has anything to do with you, but you can see it. It's like if this is a movie happening, you're watching this movie happening, but the movie is not touching you. You're just sitting in your seat, just watching this happen. Like, this doesn't have, I hate to say it, but like, to this masculine, if he's watching, like, I hate to say it, but like, just because you have feelings for this Empress, none of this has anything to do with her. This is not her stuff. Just because you have feelings for her doesn't mean that she has to be involved in this, or she has to, this is not her. I don't know how else to say it. This is not her stuff. So she's watching this, like, she knows. She knows. King of Cups reverse. So she knows that this masculine is like, she just knows. This masculine could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Ace of Swords reverse. Eight of Wands reverse. Five of Wands reverse. Yeah. This Empress is sticking to herself. She's keeping to herself. Because this masculine, he would rather do things in secret and hide. This could be a Pisces, especially with the King of Cups in reverse here, but then also with the 12th house. But it could also be a Leo. But it's like he would rather do things in secret and then lie about it instead of being like a courageous lion, right? With Leo being here, instead of just being outright and be like, oh yes, I don't want karmic feminine, I want the Empress. He's not doing that, right? And he's not going to. He would rather be in his feelings, be in his emotions, and just lie to himself, lie around, which is why he's being like, his attempts, like this Empress sees it, but it's not doing anything. It's because of the way he's going about it. Five of Wands reverse. This is why like none of this is like affecting the Empress, because she sees it. She knows what's going on. But it's like the Empress deserves more than a breadcrumbed whatever this is. It's like he wants her. It's like he wants to be with her, but in secret. And it has to be in secret because he's also being stalked. So the Empress is just like, okay, well, that has nothing to do with me. I'm just going to keep on being in my own path, keep on doing what I'm doing, right? I don't know. That's pretty much it. So whoever this masculine is, he has to figure his shit out. That's all I can say, really. I hope it helps. Bye.